Quebec is headed for a showdown with its doctors. A deadline for special legislation is tomorrow. David Heurtel joins us. Hi, David.
Hi, Mitsumi.
So François Legault is playing hardball with the doctors. How do you think this is going to end? Whose side is the public on in this issue?
I think it's a POC on both houses. Obviously, there are a large swath of the population that says, doctors are overpaid, et cetera, et cetera. But there's also this huge unpopularity of this government. The latest poll came out earlier this week showing, Mitsumi, that 75% of Quebecers do not want to see François Legault run again. So this is a no-win situation because first of all, this will continue. Doctors who will stay on in the system will do the bare minimum. They won't do extra work, and there are a lot of major issues that come out of this. And at the end of the day, Mitsumi, both positions have their weaknesses, but at the end, who's going to be the loser? The patient. Because doctors will not do more. We don't have more resources. You have a lot of doctors that are ready to operate, but they don't have the resources to do it. So there's a lot of other issues that still need to be settled. So this is basically just hardball, and it seems more of a personal animus. Remember, François Legault was health minister, and the irony of this, he was health minister back when, he was with the Parti Québécois, and who brought him into politics? Lucien Bouchard, who's on the other side. So there's a lot of layers in this, and this has become too personal, I think. So we're all losing here.
But David, so the CAQ government, it's picked a fight with the doctors. It's picked a fight with the labor unions with the new labor law, Bill 89. The businesses are upset with them because they say they need more immigrants to hire.
Immigrants.
Is there a strategy here?
Well, there is a strategy.
Why pick so many
and it's the
fights?
wrong one. Well, because he needs an enemy. François Legault is the type of politician that needs an enemy. And the problem is that Quebecers have laid out very clearly over the past few years what their priorities are. It's the economy, it's housing, it's healthcare, it's education. And he's going towards identity, immigrants, unions, and doctors. Remember, the doctors, when he comes out, Legault talks about the doctors' unions. He specifies, he puts the emphasis there. So his strategy is to pick fights and to try to generate, that hard right type of tone and pick fights with made up enemies to try to generate some sort of support. And it's not working. He's a lame duck premier with a lame duck government, and it's not gaining any traction right now.
And it's interesting because you mentioned the poll. I mean, it's just a terrible poll with 3 out of 4 Quebecers wanting
another one.
Yeah, another one. But the other parties have to be careful, though, right? Because they don't really want to push Legault out too much, because it's to their advantage that he stays, right? I mean, look what happened to Pierre Poilievre after Trudeau left. Mind you, I mean, there's no one in the wings waiting to replace Legault either.
Agreed. You don't have like a Mark Carney there, but also remember the big difference here compared to other precedents is the fact that the CAQ is the extension of François Legault's self. It's the extension of his ego. The party was founded in his living room. It's him and Charles Sirois and a few other people. But it's really him. And so, with François Legault, if François Legault is ultimately pushed out or decides to finally leave, it'd be very surprising. But if he does, then this very fragile coalition that was brought together around him might just explode. And you're right, there's nobody winning the wings, Lebel, Jolin Barrette, Guilbeault, or Drainville, that can bring all these very different parts of this coalition and keep them together.
Okay. Thank you very much for this, David.
Take care, Mitsumi.